Really loved her patients. She, was respected by her coworkers and was really a great nurse.
All new at 5:30, colleagues are remembering a young nurse taken away by tragedy. Good evening, I'm Diana Fairbanks. Sources tell News 4 speed is likely to blame for a horrible accident in West Seneca. 24-year-old Chelsea Olson did not survive when she was thrown from the back of a motorcycle on the 400. Tonight, senior correspondent Rich Newberg is learning new information about the victim and the driver. Rich?
Well, Diana, the operator of the motorcycle, Joseph Ayer of Cheektowaga, had served time for attempted burglary. He is said to have been an acquaintance of Chelsea Olson, a nurse who had a promising career ahead of her. Police are still trying to figure out many unanswered questions. Some witnesses on the 400 told authorities they were going over the 65-mile-per-hour speed limit when two motorcycles whizzed by. One News 4 source tells us speeds could have been upwards of 120 miles per hour. 24-year-old Chelsea Olson was on the back of one of the motorcycles when it hit a pickup truck and crashed under the truck. The bike's operator, 29-year-old Joseph Ayer of Cheektowaga, survived. Chelsea was killed.
He slid to a stop, and unfortunately she was stopped by another object on the roadway.
It was the support post of the guardrail. Shortly before the accident, Chelsea had posted this picture on her Facebook page with the caption, "We got a need for speed." Chelsea had worked here at the Cardiac Intensive Care Unit at Millard Gates, and she is remembered as a team player and very good at what she did.
She really loved her patients. She, was respected by her coworkers. And was really a great nurse.
Many in her unit were too upset to be interviewed, but Chelsea, who was from Ithaca, put a lot of stock in friendship. One of her closest friends, also from Ithaca, was riding on the back of the other motorcycle the night of the accident.
Loved life, loved to go out with her friends. Her family was out of town, so she really did rely on her friends outside of work.
Somebody that young has their whole life ahead of them, and the circumstances are bad for everybody that's involved, especially bad for her, obviously.
Charges have not been filed at this point, but speed, at the very least, is expected to be a factor.